Greetings, citizens. Justiguy has arrived and returned to the 100-line Last Defense Academy, having eaten and rested and such, yes. There's just one more thing bothering Takumi Sumino about the death of Shoma. What could that be? At last, we will find out. A balloon?
Oh.
The one we found during our investigation on day 51. That's my audio. I have to make sure my audio is good, yes. I really like the good audio here. It looks good, yes. It was very good. It isn't quite my Hideko voice, but it's fine. Why do you think it was found so close to the cage? I have no idea. I can hardly imagine it being someone's personal belonging. The more likely possibility is that someone made it using the Gift-O-Matic. Gift-O-Matic? Oh. We'll definitely be able to find a clue if we go there. To the Gift-O-Matic. We made our way to the rec room. Investigating the Gift-O-Matic resulted in a few discoveries.
Oh.
So in summary, the official name of this is the sturdy rubber balloon. It was made using a very durable material. The description on the box mentions it doesn't break easily. The balloon has a capacity of 10 liters. It should be quite big when blown up. According to the history logs, it's been crafted a total of 100 times. Who needs that many balloons and for what? I see where this is going. Unfortunately, we won't be able to find out who crafted them. That data, and only that data, has been erased. After reviewing our findings, I put the balloon back into my pocket. Tsubasa, is there a tire pump in the parking lot? Yeah, an electric air compressor. Is it portable? Of course it is. It has caster wheels attached to it. Anybody can move it anywhere. But why do you ask? Your brain's working? Your brain's working, guys? Sorry, let me gather my thoughts first. I'll explain it all to everyone once I have a clearer picture of how the events unfolded. A clearer picture? When will that happen? Probably by 7 p.m. tonight. It's a good thing Takumi couldn't possibly be the murderer and he's using this time to cover up his tracks. We returned to the gym together, where I immediately started sorting out my thoughts. The day flew by as I did, and soon it was night. In another game, I can't think of what it would be called, there would be some sort of comic mini-game happening right about now, but we don't need to worry about that. For the time I had asked everyone to meet me had arrived. It was exactly 7 p.m. when I quietly said to everyone, "Hey guys, can we all move to the courtyard? I have something important to discuss."
What is this important thing we had to come all the way here to discuss? This is definitely the voice I use for Kanata.
Well, you see, I turned my gaze upwards and slowly lowered my head, like this.
I figured out who killed Shoma.
Oh!
Who did it? First, we must answer the how. How did the killer stab Shoma while he was inside a locked cage? Once we can figure that out, the identity of the killer becomes apparent. Because only that person could have done all that under those circumstances. Just cut to the chase and tell us who the killer is already. All right. Uh-oh, wait, do I have to do it? Oh, I have to do it, don't I?
Who
shit.
killed Shoma? It was. The name of that person is...
Don't do it. Don't make me do it. The person who killed Shoma is... I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, can I save? Okay, let's start with Takumi. Is Takumi the one behind this? Yes! I think it's Kyoshika, because it's the pointy sword, but that wouldn't account for any of the other evidence, so maybe not.
I don't have any memories of it, but...
Uh-oh. Wait, is this an option?
The killer. It could very well have been me.
Are we doing this again? Why are we doing this again? Yeah, like I've been saying all the time, right? But how could you not have any memories? It's simple, I just don't remember. You cannot be the killer. But I don't believe any of you here could have done something so cruel. Also, I'm the only one who could have gotten inside since the key was with me. Yeah, there are other reasons too. Nothing happened when I was unconscious, right? That would make sense if I was the culprit. The cause of my fainting disease may have played a part as well. Traces of treatment found on damaged spots of the brain. Fainting diseases likely developed as an after effect. If those damaged parts have actually yet to heal properly, I could have gotten up subconsciously at night and did all those things without being aware of it, right? That's why I'm saying it was probably me. Maybe. Then you leave us with no choice but to lock you up in a cell. Are you okay with that, Takumi? No. Huh? You're still trying to put up a fight even after you've confessed? I wasn't confessing, I was just saying it's a possibility. But y'all was so confident you knew who the killer was. You are being utterly incoherent. Anyway, hold him down, everyone. Okay. Stop. Stay away from me, I said. Stay away. What is happening? I screamed, it started running. You bastard, stop right there. This didn't quite my voice, but it's close enough. I burst out of the room into the hallway and kept running. Are we having a running meeting game? Some time passed. I was finally able to throw up all my pursuers after running around the school haphazardly.
I'll be in danger if I stick around here. I should leave the school for a while and get my head together.
I headed to the entrance hall and grabbed a fire extinguisher before sneaking outside. Before long, I had arrived at the wall of fire, but somebody had been lying. What do you mean somebody had been lying in ambush? Can't you go anywhere around the entire school? You are X. Oh, but you basically admitted it just now. I told you I was just throwing out possibilities. Save your excuses. Now I can finally kill you without regrets. What? Have you forgotten that I am an ass in? Wait, does that mean? Yugamu pulled out a dirk and walked toward me with a smirk on his face.
No! Stop!
It was me. Uh-oh. Are you shitting me? Where is this going? I thought it was gonna be like a 1 second, haha, you made the wrong choice.
Nozomi! Why?
I saw you, so I ran after you.
Yugamu! How could you do this?
Hey, this wasn't my fault. I was just trying to intimidate you. Killing you had never been my intention at all.
Yugamu, that was so dumb you broke my camera. You can apologize for that? Let me fix it. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, how were you intended to kill? I mean, you're a baby. Right now it's gonna look like we killed 2 more people, isn't it? I charged at Yugamu with a feral roar and we grabbed hold of each other. As we were struggling, we lost our balance. Oh, fuck. That's not good. As we were struggling, we lost our balances and our bodies careened into the wall of fire at the same time. Is this gonna be an end where they both die? Our bodies vaporized in the blink of an eye. My consciousness ceased just as quickly as my body was reduced to ashes. Is that just the fucking end? I mean, I guess it's better than... Holy shit. Alright. Mystery route. Dance in the purple flames. 97. Interesting. Alright. Okay. So it looks like either we get the culprit right and this branches off. We get it wrong. Oh, spoilers! I didn't know who it was, but apparently it's Eva. Well, shit. Good for her, honestly. What was this choice again? Who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma Other? Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Was there anything else? Ah, there it is. I was wondering why there was so much space. Okay. Join the invader hunt. Then that checks out. Okay, so these ones might not be very long then. Okay. Who killed Shoma before decision? I'm curious. I admit I wasn't giving it a ton of thought, but why is he even an option? Is Ava the one behind this? Apparently. Good for her. Good for her. Nothing value lost there.
The real killer. You! Ava!
Please don't talk to the love of your life and mother of your children like that, Takumi.
What are you saying, Takumi? I came to the school on day 21. I couldn't have written the first threatening note or killed Gaku. That means I couldn't have been X.
Indeed.
What?
I didn't say you were X. What I said was you're the person.
Oh, I was looking at this the wrong way.
I did not. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Shut your mouth and just.
Don't you talk to her like that.
Exposing every last detail of your criminal wrongdoings from start.
Also, that means we still don't know who the original killer is, right? Oh. Wait, is she not it? And we're just like... Makes you think I'm the killer. Before getting to that, we'll have to explain how the murder even took place to begin with. Shoma's dead body was found in that cage. He had been stabbed multiple times. That means you had to have figured out a way to get inside the cage. But the door was locked, and you were the only one with the key, Takumi. Yes, I did have the key, but as the love of a life mother of my child, you have access. So you couldn't have used it. You used another way to get inside. Another way? The key lies in the design of that cage.
The design? What are you talking about?
The cage is alive!
The bottom part of the cage isn't secured in place.
It's just a heavy iron cage mounted on a base.
I don't understand. That cage isn't secured in place. What of it?
I mean, I like that we're getting more of Ava,
Could
but
simply be lifted up.
I don't like that this is how it's happening, but... So you went inside from the bottom, much like you did with me on our wedding night. What nonsense is this, Takumi? How is it possible for anyone to live up such a heavy metal structure? Very true, that cage weighs about a ton. Not something anyone can move with their bare hands. You, however, could turn into a giant monster lady, so, you know, I figure you could probably do it. Wait, aren't you contradicting yourself right now?
You claimed I lifted it up, but now you're saying
telekinesis.
It's too heavy to be lifted? Is there even any way to do that?
You use buoyancy.
You used buoyancy.
Buoyancy. Buoyancy. That's right. You made the courtyard a watertight space by closing off the drains. And then you flooded the entire place. There's a fountain there, right? You opened its valve fully to release an enormous amount of water through the nozzles. Turning it into something like an erupting geyser or opened a dam. You left the fountain valve wide. Oh, I forgot I'm on this side of the screen here. You left the fountain valve wide open for a while to fill the space with water. Whoa, that's a new face. Oh, I'm sorry. Your explanation was so outrageous, I couldn't help but be amused. Ava, I like the side of you. Takumi, do you not know how powerful water pressure can be? Even if we assume water pressure was released into the environment after covering up any openings, some would still leak out because those walls would be under constant pressure from the force of the water. No, that wouldn't happen. That's how this place was designed. Because the courtyard was originally constructed for a certain special purpose.
Special purpose? What special purpose?
A race of gigantic humans!
This place was a biotope to be used for space development research.
It was designed to be able to withstand atmospheric pressures many times Earth's range. That's what Tsubasa said. Yeah, that's right. Do we normally have other people appearing in these? And that's why it's impossible for water pressure to cause any leaks. After a while, the place became filled with water. Considering the water flow of that fountain, it probably took about 3 hours for water to rise to the top of the cage. Shoma was killed at 4 a.m. Counting back from that time brings us to 1 a.m. for the approximate time the water started accumulating. Even if you were right, that entire cage is made of iron. It literally weighs a ton. You said so yourself.
It wouldn't shift around simply from being submerged in water. Buoyancy doesn't work that way. How could anyone have lifted up a heavy iron structure like that?
With sturdy rubber balloons.
By using sturdy rubber balloons.
Rubber balloons? Ones that can be filled with air up to a capacity of about 10 liters. You inflated 100 of these balloons and put them into the cage. To be more precise, you put the deflated balloons into the cage first before inflating them, and Shoma just watched, I guess? Archimedes' principle states that upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of displaced water. I wonder who wrote this route. 100 balloons that hold 10 liters each equals 1,000 kilograms. In other words, the effect is 1 ton of upward force. Oh, so you do it all at once, just shoot them up into some knives at the top or something? That cancels out the weight of the cage and reduces it to near zero. You barely need to use a single finger to lift it then. You were easily able to lift the cage with just the slightest effort. 110-liter rubber balloons. That's not how I did it. It would be impossible for me to inflate so many balloons in such a short time. How could anyone have done that? More than likely, you used a certain tool.
A certain tool?
Gamma rays.
What tool was it then?
The bicycle tire pump in the parking lot. It's an electric air compressor.
It's mounted on wheels and can easily be moved here. Using that would make it a literal breeze to fill up all those balloons. Angie Eva. I see. That method does make it possible for the cage to be lifted up while it was submerged in water. But don't you find it strange? If the cage had been underwater for that long, Shoma would have drowned inside. Yet the Revive-O-Matic stated his cause of death as hemorrhagic shock.
Doesn't that conflict with the sequence of events you've laid out? If your deduction holds true, Shoma would have drowned to death before he was stabbed.
I guess this one, right? It floated up.
The cage wasn't completely submerged.
Because it's not attached. Yeah. He just float up, right? The water only had to stop just below the topmost part of the cage for it to work. Discharging water equal to the volume of the cage itself created the buoyant force needed. Shoma kept his head above the water's surface and breathed through his mouth, gasping and gaping and gasping for air the whole time. You took this opportunity to lift up the cage while underwater, slip inside, and stab him multiple times. What happened to the water in the courtyard after that? You opened the drainage walls to drain it away.
Then the courtyard should have still been wet when we discovered Shoma's body. But was it wet? No, not at all.
You used blasts of hot air to dry the place up.
What I mentioned just now, this courtyard was originally created as a biotope for space development research. Because of that, it's perfectly capable of reproducing a desert environment. Which means it has the ability to blast hot wind around the area. After draining the water away, you activated that setting to dry the courtyard. Due to the lack of time, however, the water didn't dry up completely. When we first discovered Shoma's body, it was actually still somewhat damp. It was dry enough, though, plus we were all distracted by, Shoma's dead body. That's why we failed to notice the remaining wetness in the area. The only thing we did notice was that Shoma's body was damp. Fine, I understand. This is utter foolishness. Let me summarize what you were trying to say. I went underwater, lifted up the cage, and stabbed Shoma multiple times while he was gasping for air at the surface. Then I dove underwater again and turned the valve handle to open the drainage walls. Look, Takumi, I am neither a diver nor a mermaid. But you do apparently have mermaids on your planet, which I'd kind of like to stop and pursue that line of questioning, but that'll have to be another day. Even if I was an expert at holding my breath.
A regular person would struggle to do even one of the things you're accusing me of, and underwater at that.
She did ask to have her mask back, didn't she?
Unrealistic.
Damn it!
No. It's absolutely possible.
You used your mask, Ava. Tsubasa told me about it. There's a miniature air tank in your mask. Okay, yeah, there were enough clues. I just didn't pay attention. It allows you to use it as a sealed gas mask. You can breathe for up to 30 minutes using it like that. Yeah, I did say that. I never thought it would work underwater, though. I mean, it looks like it has a mouth, so to be fair, you know, I wouldn't have initially assumed that either, but yeah.
Yes.
So when it gets to 100%, we can kiss now, right?
My mask did have a function like that, but someone stole it from me.
Oh, well, case closed.
That person must be the real killer. Yes, that has to be it. I know I am right.
You've been cornered and you know it, Ava. Just admit that you're the one behind this.
I'm sorry, I'm derailing it. I'm just imagining this whole conversation, except, you know, for this is our perspective, that we step back and look at everyone else, and Takumi's like commenting on her, and it's like, this does not match with the words that are being said, but I don't know, that's how I'm picturing it.
The mask was unique. It's custom made to fit a specific shape. According to Tsubasa, you're the only one who can wear it. You were right, Ava. This isn't a crime that a regular person could have committed.
Right. This is only a crime my favorite person could have committed.
A diver, mermaid, or someone with that particular mask could have done it.
Alternatively, we see Takumi doing this, and then in the back, there is someone adjusting their like fake legs to hide their mermaid tail.
Ergo, the person who could wear that particular mask is the culprit.
I really think you're brushing off the whole mermaid thing a little too quickly, Takumi.
And only one person in this world can put on that mask.
Mother of my children, the love of my life, my wife.
That person is standing right in front of me. It's none other than you, Ava! You're the only one who could have killed Shoma!
Okay, but why?
No!
Is it mind control? Well, no. It would really be really shit if she just can't escape the mind control in any route. I mean, I guess she did in some of them, but... all right. Persuasion complete. Takumi, you're right. I killed Shoma. But why? Let's keep going and find out. The method and flow of events were as you deduced. I have nothing to add. But have I really done something wrong? I, too, had been threatened by X. I had no choice. When did you meet X? A short while before 1 a.m. on day 51, just before the murder. I heard a knock on my door. And you opened it? Yes. Why? The thought that it might be X outside that door did flash through my mind briefly. But I am not a part of the SDU and wasn't even here when you saw the threatening note. I just assumed I could not have been on X's radar.
Well, what did X say?
I have the remote detonator that will trigger the bomb inside your body. Here it is, in case you think I'm lying. I'm going to give you some instructions now, but you don't have much time. Follow my orders quickly, or else, should you go against me, or tell the others about my existence, I will detonate the bomb in your body immediately.
Poor Ava. Wait, what's going on? How did X even get their hands on the detonator? Maybe they stole it from one of us? No, X said they obtained it through the proper channels from Tsubasa herself. No. I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. I'll pass you yours later, Takumi. No, we are 100% sure that X is one of us. No, I think you can remove me from that list. I passed the first detonator to Hideko and never got it back, and haven't received a duplicate from Tsubasa yet. That is fair. Sir Takumi shall be taken off the list of suspects. Everyone else started scrutinizing each other with great suspicion, not daring to even move their bodies. Only their eyes. Hey, Ava, just one thing.
Yes?
X said they'd blow you up if you told the others about him, right? Yes. And that's what you're doing now. You feeling okay. Takemaru. Good man, Takemaru, always looking out. Why hasn't X blown you up yet, indeed? I believe they could if they wanted to. The device is small enough to fit in the palm of someone's hand. It could be hidden in a sleeve, or their chest, or around the waist, and no one would notice. It would be easy to simply press the button at the opportune moment. But X cannot do that for one particular reason. They're in the room! And what's that? Takumi, do you remember what I told you about the bomb mechanism before? Yeah, I remember. Anyone standing within a 25-yard radius at the time will be blown into smithereens. 25? That makes the blast diameter the length of the Olympic-sized swimming pool. Basically the length of this entire courtyard. That's why X isn't pressing the button. Because they'll be caught in the blast as well. And it's not like they can simply run away. Taking such action is as good as admitting you are X. That's why X has got the hands tied. This is the perfect opportunity. For what? For us to get more information about X from Ava. Since they can't blow her up, we can ask her anything we want. Great idea. Ava? Ava, do you know anything about X, their height, body shape? They were dressed in the same outfit Shoma previously described and used a voice changer as well. So it was not possible to discern who they were by their looks and voice, but... Ava looked down. A short, hesitant silence later, she spoke up again.
Actually, I figured out who X is.
Ooh, now that's a cliffhanger. All right, citizens, we're going to find out who X is next time if she knows. But until then, I'm afraid it's going to have to be... well...